Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we're taking a look at Darkness Falls. Now what the hell is Darkness Falls? It's a bit of an outlier for what this channel has done. We don't really step into the mod community very much, if at all, because most of the mods I use are not suitable for YouTube. But Darkness Falls is, and it is a mod for 7 Days to Die, if you didn't know. It primarily makes the game a fuck ton more difficult, as was the intention of the creator. I believe it's Kane GB. Him and his wife didn't think it was difficult enough, so they made a mod, and it is now very difficult. Well, at least early game, I suppose. It does drag out the early game quite a bit. For instance, you can't just make an arrow anymore. Get a bit of rock, get a feather, get a bit of wood, done. No, you need to craft the rock into a sharp rock, and then you need to craft the wood into a stick, and then you can make an arrow. So it kind of just draws out the early game. You will see like special zombies a lot more often. The way skilling works is totally different. It has professions in it, which you can have multiple ones of, but you will often skill into something and then you'll take a profession and it has those skills in it anyway, so it kind of like, oh, damn, I wasted that. And then you can master the professions for increased benefits. It increases your crafting level of gear, it increases all sorts. There's just so many skills to put your points into in Darkness Falls, it's ridiculous. And you need to do it, because you will meet special zombies pretty much from the word go. I spent the first night literally cowering at the very top of Trader Joe's. I think it was Joe, actually. Because you can get in the trader anytime you like, which is nice. There is no trader protection, which is not so nice. So the zombies can indeed break into the trader and kill the trader, which is obviously not what you want. I'm currently living underneath Jen's house, her little house in her installation, and I've just knocked down all of the walls and changed it into like level 2 steel. I spent ages doing that, but every so often I come back and there's a hole, one of the steel doors has been torn down, and I'm like, and I have to go clear out the trader compound. There are also false trader compounds, which is basically one zombies have already destroyed, and there's a ton of zombies in there, which is nice, because oh great, a trader, oh my god, run away. So not only does it do that, but it also increases basically the top end of stuff. So you used to be able to go up to steel, now you can go up to like reinforced steel or stainless steel, maybe. It's like a second steel. And then titanium. It used to stop at steel weaponry, now it goes to titanium, and then laser weapons. Woo! The guns, you also have a coil round variant, which does more damage than the regular ones, and it stops demonic rejuvenation. Yes, you heard that right. You heard it right the first time, not the second or the third time, but demonic rejuvenation. So it works kind of like a radiated zombies in that they would heal back, but it is a lot faster. It is very, very difficult to take down a demonic zombie, even a little guy, with just just your standard weaponry, because they just heal so bloody fast. Even with like an assault rifle, excuse me, I shouldn't have eaten before I did this. Assault rifle of full auto going into him, he's out healing the damage that you're doing. Every time you need to reload, he's back up to full. I had a bit of a shit fit when I first encountered that, but you will then obviously get coil weapons which help, laser weapons which do excellently against them. So it's the thing. Also the levels for the weapons, so you normally have like 1 to 6. No, not in this. It's like, I think the highest one I've gotten so far is like 91, which sounds amazing, right? But there is a little bit of a caveat. So every time you use a repair kit on it, the quality of the weapon decreases. I know, sounds great, doesn't it? Now, by skilling up in this stuff, you will basically be able to cap it, so it won't decrease past a certain level. I think it's like 61, something like that. So that's not too bad. Or what you can do is you can get other weapons that are identical and use a workbench to combine them, and that will either raise the level if you've got big beefy ones, or just repair it up without losing levels. So, you know, you do have different ways of doing it. And they have added a ton. It's not just made a harder game, but they have added tons. You've got a writing desk where you can write skill books. So books that you can either read to get a skill point, or to unlock new professions, or indeed to master those professions. There's a lathe where you can craft weapon parts, an oil, what's it called? An oil well thing. Basically, you put charcoal in it and you can get like shell out of it. So, yay. Although I tend to do one big run to like desert, and that shoots you a lot. One thing I have noticed is the deposits that you want, you can't see above ground. So normally, you're like, if you see a shiny bit in the desert, you're like, oh, oil shell, let's go get me some of that. Haven't seen any. I can't state for certain whether they're not existent in being able to see like that, being able to see it on the ground. But the only way I found it is by sort of randomly digging in different directions underneath the ground. And I have found it. Titanium is a bastard. Because the only place you can find that is in the wasteland. Now obviously, the wasteland is pretty dangerous in vanilla. It is super duper dangerous in Darkness Falls. Because it's irradiated for a start. And radiation damage will kill you very quickly. You can obviously wear hazmat stuff once you've gotten it. So you won't be able to take radiation damage if you've got it all on it. And then you can reduce it down. But if you're like fully covered, you get 100% resistance. But the hazmat suit hood doesn't have any mod slots. So you can't put a helmet light in there. And digging underground, I don't know if you realise this, it's pretty fucking dark. It just is. So I've blindly gone through with a hand torch. Every so often bring it up and look around and go, where the fuck am I? It was quite annoying. You do eventually get power armor. Now power armor is obviously top tier armor. You don't look like a space marine, I'm sorry to say. It's top tier armor, but it also resists radiation and has mod slots. So I found a power helmet after really not enjoying mining titanium at all, and that solved my problem. But it's not just radiation you have to deal with in the wasteland. There's also demonic portals that demons will come through. You can destroy them and harvest, I think it's demonic essence from them, and then, you know, they stop. But the wasteland is lethal anyway, because of course you're underground digging, you're creating heat, you're going to get a screamer. You do not want a screamer in the wasteland, because the screamer will summon a screamer mob, which the hordes are way bigger in Darkness Falls, way bigger, and they summon all of the nasty gribblies, and there are more ones. So you get the demonic ones that I've already spoken about. They're red. If they normally puke on you, and by the way, more of them puke on you than just the cops in this. The big mamas, the hazmat guys, they both puke on you too. Oh, and the tourist. So all of those can puke on you, which is lovely. But if they're demonic, they don't puke on you. They shoot fireballs at you. So yay, carry around that glass of water to put yourself out, as we always used to do. It's just stupid. But there's also mutated ones where they're bigger, and then you have these tough ones that are purple. It's just tons of them. And then you have new bad guys. As if, like, the enhanced zombies weren't enough. We have new bad guys. So you have birds that are irradiated that can also spit, because spitting is a huge thing in this game. You have behemoths, succubi. What else? You got these kind of, I think they're called night stalkers, that was it, that go invisible and move really fast, but like killing them is hilarious because they fall down like a wrestling trainee. So here you go. And they're all tough, and they all beat the shit out of you. I'm not gonna lie, I turned my first Fortnite off while I was getting my shit together, because I was dying just to like level 2 POIs. Yeah, I know I'm shit, whatever. But then you sort of get it. And you get to the tipping point in the game where you've gotten all these buffs and all these perks, and you're fucking tough as shit, son. You got all these amazing weapons that do a ton of damage, and you're just knocking them down. You go out there with your laser sword and, you know, clipping them with your laser pistol, and it's fine. I found a laser shotgun. I accidentally salvaged it. I hate it when I do that. It's so annoying. But yeah, so I've still got like no laser shotgun. I've even got a coil shotgun, actually, thinking about it. Jesus, I've got like so much ammo, I've stopped picking up ammo. It's ridiculous. Because like the regular ammo I just don't use anymore. Because it's not effective. Oh well. But yes, so I also will confess that I do occasionally set daytime to 24 hours. Because nights in this are a lot more dangerous than nights in vanilla. So you basically just have to stay inside, especially early game, and wait. I don't really want to wait for like, was it 15 minutes, something like that, for night to finish. So I just set it to a 24-hour day and just carry on questing, you know, without having that to worry about. There's a lot more recipes. There's a lot more food and drink items, and you can bake bread, and you can make marmalade on toast, and peanut butter and chili sandwiches, beans on toasts in there. You can make all sorts of new extra stuff, and there's more plants that you can find. So you've got like tomatoes, carrots, cannabis, if that's your thing, you can find that as well. If I was in the zombie apocalypse, I would probably appreciate finding that, even if it would probably kill me, because like the zombies would burst out, I'd be like, I can't be fucking get up. But I'm having a real good time with it. I haven't played like vanilla 7 Days to Die in probably a couple of months. And honestly, when I go back to it, I'm sure I will at some point, I will have forgotten how to play. I'll be like, well, why? I don't get it. Why isn't this not working? And why am I still prioritising taking down tourists if they can't fucking spit at me anymore? That sort of thing. But if you have played 7 Days to Die and you think, oh, I want a bit of a challenge, highly recommend. There is, you know, it's more difficult, but with the application of a little bit of cheesing on the settings, you can make it less difficult. I've actually seen a lot of guides which tell you to put your XP progression down to 75%. Because it keeps your game stage lower, so when you hit like Horde Night 1, you've got a bit more of a chance, to be honest. Even though there's not a huge amount of chance. There's more vehicles in it. There's just... there is just a butt ton in it that isn't in the vanilla. Some of it has been carried over from earlier releases, so there's a couple of zombie models like the cheerleader and the stripper and the football guy. They're all in it. Which obviously they aren't in vanilla anymore. They've been removed. I don't understand why you would remove zombies, because, you know, the zombie variety in vanilla is not great. I mean, it's not great in this, but you do have a few more, you know, zombies to hack off. You can get the businesswoman's in there, and you got the male doctor as well. He's there. So I don't really get why they would have reduced zombie variety. Maybe they just weren't happy with the models. And yeah, they are. You can tell they're from an earlier release, but they're still functional. And they're a bit of variety, which I kind of like. You also have new traders scouts in trader compounds, who basically just give you missions to go out and kill things, basically. So it'll be like, lady killer, go to this point and kill a load of female zombies. Okay. And then you have like tougher ones where it's like spiders or all special zombies. And they go up to tier 6 quests, and you get some relatively decent rewards. But by the time you're doing tier 6 quests like that, because they start featuring demonics and stuff, you've generally got better stuff than they're offering you. So you do find yourself taking like food and stuff like that, which is something I would never do in vanilla, ever. Because like once you set up and going, you got everything going good. Food and water is not really an issue. Speaking of water, the empty jar mechanic is back in Darkness Falls, so you can go and refill your jars from any water source. You do also have the water purification mod, so you can just drink from any water source. I really think that needs to come out of vanilla as well. That just makes it... As soon as you find it, water is no longer a problem at all. You could just like pick up a bucket of water, put it in a hole near your basin. You could just drink like as much as you want and just completely overhydrate, which apparently isn't healthy and you can get water poisoning from doing, but it's a video game, so shut up. But new vehicles, new crafting stations. You got like many different types of forges. So you got like a big forge and an advanced forge, and then you got a fusion forge. It is just so entertaining to see like it popping out steel ingots, and you'd be like sat there like normally, and it'd be taking like a minute and a half on vanilla, and it's just going ping, 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 ping. Just like, I like it, which is good because like you want to obviously have a beefy horde base because the zombies are stronger, and there can be more of them as well, depending on what you set your Blood Moon Horde to. I haven't knocked it up too high. I've knocked it up a little bit from regular. I think it's like 16 or something. That's what I'm on. I think it was 8 to begin with, and then jacked up to 16. I may be starting to regret it. Not because I'm like in peril, but just because of the amount of damage they're doing to my base. It's a pain in the ass having to repair it with titanium every time. Ugh. Yes, but anyway, guys, I think I've been going on well enough about Darkness Falls. If you've got 7 days to die, looking for a bit more of a challenge, definitely check it out. It's free. You can get it off of, I think, 7 Days to Die mods, or Nexus has it as well. That's where I got it. So if you've got a subscription to them or whatever, then, you know, you're laughing. And it's just great. One word of advice. Don't play. You do have access to the regular maps and the Navis game maps. I think it's called. Yep. Don't use them because also it has a load of new or recycled from old releases POIs, and those won't appear if you use Navis game. So always pick like a Darkness Falls related map. Don't use the Navis game ones because you won't get the other POIs, and some of them are really good and some of them are confusing as fuck. But it's a bit of variety, and in a game where it's definitely a long-term experience, you always want that variety in any way you can get it. So I'm going to have a coughing fit, so catch you next time. Take it easy, guys.